I like the idea of like, no, the smartest thing to do, and the reason that she is so sickening at diplomacy is if you just take 2 seconds to think through and work together, as which I think is an unrealistic and yet lovely sentiment, that the whole world could come together for these like necessary, like everyone shuts their power off, everybody
Of
builds these.
course.
I was
I
like,
mean, we saw what
oh,
happened during COVID. Everybody was like, mild inconvenience. Hell no,
no.
fuck you.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it is like very unrealistic, but I like seeing it. Like that's something that I miss in superhero
Mhm.
movies lately as well, is this idea of like it is supposed to be the ideal. Of course, in real life, are things going to happen in this clean cut, perfect way? No, but it doesn't matter. It's ideal. It's the ideal version of like what this would be.
This plus Superman had moments of real optimism about the human race and
Yes.
their reactions to things. And I think that's a really wonderful thing to show, because historically there have been moments of real collective sacrifice and coming together. I mean, during World War II, there were rations on metal. There
Yes,
were
it was
scrap drives.
definitely.
Everybody like rallied
Mm-hmm.
to show up for each other. You know, it's a chicken and the egg thing where it's like, is the are the gritty pessimistic movies of the last 20 years reflective of our culture,
Mm,
or did they
mm,
participate in shaping it?
mm-hmm.
You know,
Totally.
has the media turning more cynical made people more individualistic and
Mm,
less open to being heroes in their own way and asking what they can do for their planet?
yeah.
As Reed says in his speech, I found myself very grateful that both movies chose optimism, because
Me
I actually
too.
think that we should be showing how we should be treating each other, even if it feels unrealistic because of how nihilist we've all become, faced with like rugged individualism and everybody's craving for instant gratification over collective hard
Mm-hmm.
work, and um you know, the cruelty that we see in our neighbors and sometimes even in
Yes.
ourselves and in our leaders. Like, it can feel so foreign, the concept
Yes.
of community minded
Uh-huh.
collective uh sacrifice and work towards something. After Superman, I saw so many people make TikToks being like, I am going to make kinder choices today. Like, I'm going to go out of my way to
Oh.
try and help someone today, because they were like inspired to feel, they wanted to feel like a hero. What an interesting thing to show, that all these people shut their lights off every night,
Mm-hmm.
and countries all over the world worked together. I think it's a really important thing to show, because it only feels unrealistic because we never see it anymore.
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree.
I think if we start treating that as the standard and the norm and expecting that of each other and ourselves, I think things will get better. And I don't think only superhero movies can do that, but I think it's an aspect of a much bigger tapestry of
Yeah.
media encouraging a more community minded culture.